Okay, so first things first, let's talk about your environment and how I have everything set up. I've created a folder called production. Obviously, we're completed here, but the the key to this, at least the way I'm doing it on a Mac, is I'm leveraging a brew file. That brew file is basically installing the various components that I need. Um, I am also using ASDF, and the only one that's really relevant here is this dir-env. Basically, what that does is that will take the environmental credentials, and anytime I come into this folder, it will preload those into the space. And one second, and I'll edit this, and then I'll show you the envrc file. So your envrc file will have the hcloud token, which you get from when you create the project, and then you'll have it. It's a good idea to have the kube config pointed to the local kube config, and then because I'm using VS Code, I have editor set to allow me to edit resource definitions and YAML files on the fly using VS Code. So those are the changes that you would need to make there. And that is the gist of it. The only other thing that you would need following the guide here to get started is basically you will need to create a set of keys just so you have those available, because you're going to link to those in the config, and then those will be the primary set of keys that you'll use for the system. And so it's important that you have those built ahead of time. And so really that's all you're going to need to get started. In the next video, we'll cover creating the basic cluster, and with a little hack to make sure you do it in the right order, to make sure you've got the namespace or the IP address space configured in such a way that you can have multiple clusters all running on the same network with the ability for everything to communicate and communicate through the vSwitch.